Rank in Arena Breakout Infinite is broken and has been for a long time. Today I checked the leaderboards just to see how much copium I need to tell myself, hey, you're still a decent player. And yeah, as I checked, almost everybody is already at legend rank. Now at the first glance, this looks fine, it's a non-issue. But the more you think about it, the more worse it kinda gets. Because it proves one thing, ranks don't really matter in this game anymore. They exist for seasonal rewards, but as a measure of your actual skill, it's completely meaningless. Coming from games like Dota 2 solo queuing up to Legend 1, or Apex Legends solo queuing up to Diamond rank, we should already know what a proper rank system is supposed to feel like. It's a journey you need to climb, a self-made goal you need to grind. But in Arena Breakout Infinite, well, you just have to play long enough and just have to be there. But before we do hop in, I just want to thank GearUp for being my go-to option for better latency and overall responsiveness in my games. For a short yet more detailed explanation of how this actually helps you in your raids, give this part of the video a short listen. Whenever I do my recordings, I tend to team up with gigachads in NA or EU servers and tank over 200 ping just to be able to play properly. But recently, I found GearUp, a safe-to-use app that reduces my ping around 20 to 40 ms locally and around 30 to 50 ms for cross-region play. Added with their anti-pocket loss feature, my gameplay felt more smooth and consistent no matter the host. Do not worry though, this app is completely legal and a lot of well-known creators and gaming brands already use GearUp. It also has an ongoing collaboration with Arena Breakout Infinite and is one of the highest rated tools on Trustpilot. To use it, simply just open the app, select Arena Breakout Infinite, click Boost, launch the game, and you're good to go. If you're on weaker hardware or sometimes deal with unstable internet, this can really help smooth things out. They're offering free trials for more premium features and you can use code LZY to try it out for yourself. So here's the core problem with the current ranked system. As per usual, players can gain regular rank points from Lockdown and Forbidden Zone, but they can also earn these rank points from TDM, PvE, and other LTM modes, which allows you to climb the ladder with little to no real risk. You could literally spend your entire weekend farming low-risk LTMs, get enough of a ranked footing, and reach the same rank as someone grinding high-stake PvP raids in no time. And to me, that's just not a competitive ladder. That's just progression in the fakest form. At its core, the system rewards time played, and not the gameplay skill earned. And this is not really accidental. Arena Breakout Infinite clearly takes inspiration from mobile counterpart systems like COD MBR or ABM or anything similar, where rank is designed around retention first and then competition second. For example, let's play a quick game of TDM or PvE, get some rank points, eventually rank up, which equates to you feeling good. And that dopamine hit keeps you logging back in. But here's the problem. There is this gap between a player who hits legend through real PvP gameplay and another player who gets there through PvE, TDM, or any passive gameplay, and you can see that the skill gap is too big not to notice. And when the rank system rewards them all the same, it comes off as a big lie. Because the moment those players step into real high-pressure PvP gameplay, they often choke, they panic, they don't know what to do, and eventually they shit themselves. And don't take my word for it, as you've seen this yourself. You load into a proper raid, you're locked in with your loadout, and you're approaching encounters with the right place. You run into a coordinated squad. They have clean comms, smart flanks, proper utility, and you get completely outplayed. And you would immediately think to yourself, well, okay, I lost to a high-ranked team for sure, right? I think that's understandable. And then you go to check the match history and check their profile. To your surprise, it was a couple of masters and a bunch of aces. Meanwhile, we have players who are completely avoiding those fights entirely, grinding low-risk modes all weekend, and then only doing a few lockdowns or forbidden zones for that extra rank push, and now they are sitting comfortably at legend rank. To me, that kind of a shortcut or safe haven should not exist. To me, if you didn't earn it, you shouldn't have it. Because when effort and skill doesn't really matter anymore, what's the point of grinding in the first place? And this is where the rank system really falls apart. We have modes like TDM and PvE or other LTMs that are feeding directly into the rank progression. whereas these modes are meant for warm-ups, account XP farming, or overall low-pressure gameplay. These modes should not be contributing in defining the competitive ladder. No Man's Land PvE has fixed loadouts, there's no gear risk, no real punishment for failure, so when that contributes to your rank, you completely remove the core identity of an extraction shooter of its high risk and high reward experience. And once that high risk value is gone, the ranks become meaningless. Why would anyone risk 500,000 worth of coins in loadouts in a lockdown or forbidden zone when they can safely grind their way close enough to legend rank with zero pressure? And that's not just a flaw, as it actively discourages players from engaging with actual core gameplay. And now we have some ideas or potential solutions to the problem. If ranks are supposed to mean something, the system needs one thing. We need to bring back the risk factor. One example I could give is a rank point breakdown where one kill would give you 5 points, an extraction would get you 10 points, and the over loot value can give you 5 points. But your entry fee would cost you 50 points. And as with this example, I feel like every rank raid should have a rank point entry cost. You want to load into lockdown or forbidden zone rank mode, you gotta pay your rank points up front. If you play safe, avoid fights, and extract with minimal value, you don't really climb up. Nothing changes, and you actually lose your rank points and eventually get demoted for playing so passively. Because survival alone shouldn't really carry you. It should encourage you to perform and engage into the raids that you hop into. So you want legend? You need to earn it. You should have to prove that you can win real fights and not just avoid them. Now I already know the counter argument here. If you make the ranked mode even harder, won't that just invite more cheaters? And actually, it's quite the opposite. Because a stricter system raises the cost of entry. And there are multiple ways to do that. First would be verified accounts. Tie the rank mode access to things like phone number verification, email authentication, or even optional two-factor security. Because right now, banned players can just create a new account and jump straight back in. But these lines of verification will slow them down very hard. Second would be playtime requirements. Don't let fresh accounts queue into rank mode immediately. Make it something like 40 to 50 hours of gameplay or a set number of successful extractions. This forces players to actually invest time and learn the game better before entering the competitive ladder, which most throwaway cheater accounts won't bother doing. And third would be performance-based access. Don't just gate the rank experience behind time, gate it behind competence. A good example would be the usage of the merit system, which indicates your overall behavior in the game and how others see you. With all of these ideas, instead of anyone grinding their way in, you're basically filtering the players who can actually hold their own. Because these cheaters, they can only thrive in low risk or low barrier entry systems. The moment you introduce real friction to these cheaters, the time investment, the verification, the performance checks, where they actually have to put in some time and effort to get a glimpse of competitive gameplay, they'll start thinning out and eventually they won't even bother anymore. But that's enough of the cheaters. As we look at the other side of the coin, what would be in it for the legitimate players? Players who prove their mettle in the rank grind should be rewarded with things that actually mean something. Not just AI-generated profile frames, sprays, or stickers, but examples like exclusive operator skins, a ranked trophy that you can display in your collection, unique dog tags, a unique chat appearance, something that tells the entire lobby, I earned this. Right now, legend rank doesn't mean you're good. It just means you played the game long enough. And if that doesn't change, rank is going to continue to be a joke as it has been for the past seasons. Well, those are my thoughts on the topic, but I'd rather hear about yours. Would a rank point entry fee system make the rank mode better or just more stressful? Should PvE, TDM, or other LTM modes be completely removed from the rank progression? If they did apply a better ranking system, what would be a good reward that you actually grind for? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.